I'm live. All right.
Yeah.
Now saying we live. So we good.
Oh, okay. Oh shit. Let me check it. I don't trust this motherfucker.
It show us how many
Probably
viewers
is.
we got. Huh?
It probably ain't gonna work.
No, it's working. Welcome everyone to the Men of the Metaverse channel. It's not a podcast, but we talk like it's a podcast. My name is Brandon, aka BeachDad, and I'm here with Lewis, also known as My Life, My Money Media. He's the one going back and forth with you guys in the comments usually. And how do you feel about that? Like I read some of the comments, right? And how people they real bold when they talking to you. I think the last comment I saw you responded to somebody. You said, "Are you a black man?"
Yeah, I said that because if I make a comment about a black person or a black perspective, shit, I don't need no other person talking about it except for black people.
well, that's not fair. We can have them weigh in on certain things, but your opinion is not going to be as weighted or as respected because we're not necessarily in this instance talking about things you go through as a person of a different color or a different race. That's all. Like I say, we want other people to watch our content and see our point of view, but don't try to take your life experiences as a white person or as an Asian person and try to say, well, that never happened to me, so they're wrong. No, that's not necessarily true. We go through different things as African Americans, and we're expressing how we feel and what we go through. So your experience on this planet is different from mine, and I'm doing what me and Lewis are doing. We're telling our stories, telling our experiences, trying to give young black men and older black men too,
Anybody
but
or anybody.
just anybody some game. And it's not necessarily always about race, but
Yeah, I think with our channel, it's we speak about life events, but the thing about it, we speak about these life events through our eyes, so what we see.
right.
And I don't know about you, but I do take into account that I am a black man, so
Right.
I see things through a hetero black man eyes. Yeah, I said hetero. So my opinion may be different to other people's opinion, and we live too. It's streaming live. I checked on another thing.
But do you think, like, how do you feel about your experience? Do you think it's a fact or it's an opinion? Like when we speak about things that happen to us, like how we express them, I mean, is it a fact or an opinion? Like, what we go through.
Well, Brandon, well, if I don't know something, you probably don't hear the small comments I make. I said this may be right, this may be wrong.
Yeah, you do say that a lot.
And then I say something. But usually the stuff I speak on is something that statistics or the United States government said about something. And since since everybody loved the US, I love the US too. I said, let me rely on these United States statistics and speak on those statistics.
Right. But why do you think people have a problem with that sometimes? We have data, we have personal life experience, and people still want to tell us that we're wrong or we're seeing things a different way.
I'm going to answer your question, but check this out. This red pill, blue pill shit, I ain't never seen the Matrix, so go ahead and hit me in the face. I don't give a hoot. This red pill, the blue pill thing, I think one side wants the cold hard truth, and the other side wants like it's make believe, but it's real bad. I think people like the make believe stuff, and they don't want to hear what's really going on out here. They don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people take stuff personally because they're hit dog. When you doing something bad and we talking about your habits and things and what you do, of course you may get upset.
Right. And also, I think people don't like to have their plight challenged or make them feel like they had it easier than somebody else because they've experienced things and they feel like they've overcome them. So I didn't have an advantage. I just worked hard. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like what I got was given to me. I had to earn it.
You're right. You know, me and you used to play a lot of sports, right?
Mhm.
And the U.S. is a competitive market, ain't it?
Yes.
Everybody's in a competition.
Yeah.
Now, if you was a fine athlete, you was ensure your skills. I
Hmm.
don't give a crap who try to come and test me or compete with me because I know
Right.
my talents will outweigh their talents.
Right. That's correct.
But we got a
And
lot
you
of
wouldn't have
people
anything to
here in
worry
there, huh?
about. I said, and you wouldn't have anything to worry about. You wouldn't be scared. You wouldn't be intimidated. You know.
You're right. But we got a lot of people here in America when they can use C grade talents or D grade talents and how the society is set up, they will reward certain people
Hmm.
not based on your actions, not based on your outcomes. They just award certain people based on their appearance. And when
Hmm.
those people get challenged, they don't want to have to face the competition. Because I tell you for a fact, if we talk about manufacturing, getting a plant ready to roll,
Hmm.
you can't go against me. I will
Right.
I will completely shut you down. But since I got that skin color, I don't have the same opportunities, you know. But you can't
Right.
go against me against manufacturing. I don't give
Right.
who you is, engineer, business person. You ain't gonna stop me in manufacturing because that's one of my things I like doing.
Right. And and you're pretty good in I get not saving money but budgeting. You know, and trying to earn a dollar. But
Watch
we're
this.
trying to get people. Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Right, you see this? This how I
Uh-huh.
budget. Every time I get paid, I write my shit down. There's one sticky paper. So,
But that's a simple thing that people don't do. You know.
and here's the crazy thing. On this one piece of paper,
Uh,
I pay God first, I pay
mhm.
myself, and I pay my rent. After all the other stuff, any money left over, I'm spending every penny of it, dog.
And that way you'll know what you have to spend. You won't go over unless you do it purposely, and you're good to go. A lot of people don't know how much they have to spend every month, and they just
Yeah.
spend it reckless. You know, that's fine if you make enough. You don't have to worry about it. But not everybody makes enough where they don't have to worry about that. So you need to be taking that into consideration.
And just remember what I said first. I pay God and pay myself. Then those
Mhm.
bills go after.
All
So
right.
it's when you get to that point, since they had a dog barking, since you're number one, who the hustle and flow, he was like, what's the nigga name? Oh, excuse me, what's the guy? Terrence Howard said
So
you we said to the white girl, you my number one the white
what? Bottom B.
no,
What
not
is
my
it,
but he didn't say
Moneymaker?
but
What? What
you
is
my
that?
number like you my number one customer. I do everything for you so y'all can be straight. When they
Uh,
was in that store trying to buy that microphone.
I don't remember that part.
You don't remember
And
that part?
I probably watched Hustle and Flow, which was a good movie, and I love the
Uh-huh.
song, but I ain't watched it that many times. I watched it one time.
Okay, well, they came in. Okay, I'll redo the scene for you.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Terrence Howard and the white girl came in there to get that microphone.
Uh-huh.
And they had a set game plan that we go get this microphone for $100, but you gotta do something strange
Oh, okay, yeah.
for the microphone.
Yeah.
So he gave that man $100. Terrence Howard walked out. She stayed up in there. A little R.Kelly
Mhm.
thing happened. Then when it
Uh-huh.
came when it then when it
Was
came
she
back out,
underage? She was underage?
no, she was man,
Well, you said
Brandon.
some R. Kelly stuff.
We gonna talk about R. Kelly, and
Okay.
but we ain't talk about now. She came out with the mic and she was
Uh-huh.
pissed off. You just using me to get what you
Mhm.
want. And Terrence Howard had
Mhm.
to say, hey girl, you my number one, you in charge. We do this
Right.
for us. We a team, and that's how we gotta be. You a team. Sometimes you gotta get
Right.
courage like that. Do you
Right.
remember that scene now?
I kind of do. I kind of do. I kind of remember her going in and kind of, feeling like she's being used. But, a pimp is going to game you up and make you think that it's a team effort when he's really using you. And I mean, it is a team, but,
Yeah,
everybody played it.
don't put pimps
Everybody,
down like that, man. Don't put pimps down like that.
I'm not putting pimps up or down. Pimps are pimps. That's just what it is. That's part of the game.
Yeah, hey, their pimp may love his hoes, man. You know what I'm saying?
Might.
That's his
But
assets.
but time out.
Yeah.
things pimps do, lay hands on women. I'm not for that. So I don't stand with that.
In the early
And I'm
1800s, you had Pippi King. No, early 90s. Pippi King.
Pimp Ken.
The man asked him. Jerry Springfield asked him, "Do you hit? Do you hit your woman?" He said, "No, I don't hit the women to get their mind right. They bring them back to reality." You know, so
Right.
ain't sometimes you got to slap a person to shock them in place. You know, so I don't know pimps beating their girls.
Sean Connery said the same thing. I think he said sometimes you gotta hit a woman to get her to think right, but those men are from a different generation, so we're not condoning hitting women trying to get their mind right because even though this is Men of the Metaverse, we want some women to check out our podcast too, and we are not misogynistic and we don't believe in hitting women, but we do have our own opinions that may not align with some of the women. So.
And also, this is kind of entertainment. Brandon, you know, me
It
and
is
you,
entertainment.
yeah, you know, me and you both don't hit no women, but I can understand slapping a woman to get the mind right.
We gotta throw out some disclaimers because people can't wait to jump on stuff you say. Like you do videos and people try to find the smallest thing you say, even though it's entertainment, and they want to attack that and take it so serious. You know what I'm saying?
And best thing finding, I'm going off factual information. They find a damn problem with it. So what it is.
Right. But what did you
Man,
want to talk about today?
shit, let's swing into shit. Let's swing into R. Kelly.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's swing into R. Kelly. But here's it. Now here's the thing with R. Kelly. I ain't gonna go too deep into it because it's a lot of damn work just to get the information I got.
Yeah. And it's a complex. It's a complex.
Ain't that damn complex?
No, it is because there's so many people involved. Like so many people knew what R. Kelly was doing that we listen to, that we respect. All these people in the music industry, and they just let it happen. That's all I
Are
mean.
you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brandon. Who is R. Kelly? Who is R. Kelly to you? And don't bring up his allegations. Who is R. Kelly, the artist, to you?
A great R&B artist.
Okay.
Like made some incredible songs.
Okay. All right. R. Kelly was a singer, a songwriter. Now he couldn't read or write, so how the hell he writing songs? But he was a songwriter, a record producer. This man sold over 60 million albums worldwide. 35 top 10 hits, 11 number one hits, won 3 Grammy Awards. What's one of your favorite songs by R. Kelly? Now, this may put you in the doghouse now.
I like Step in the Name of Love still. I like of course I Believe I Can Fly. But what's another random one? I like Ignition, even though, you know.
Boy, listen to that song about 3 years ago. Did you know all I had?
I don't know the name of that one. Wait a minute, let me finish. Yeah. I like that song too. But I mean, he has so many good songs and produced them and wrote for a lot of different people. But
now, what's some of the bad things you heard about R. Kelly?
Has an appetite for young girls, and maybe like boys too.
We heard those allegations. You know, based on my research, he started getting in some legal. Now we ain't gonna talk about Aaliyah here, so but we're gonna leave her out. But he started getting in some legal troubles around in 1996 for fighting.
I didn't even remember that.
In 1998, he settled a lot of cases about some sexual relation cases.
Oh yeah.
Now, what put R. Kelly on the light negative? What really shook everybody's eyes up? Do you remember?
Well, him marrying somebody that was underage. That was the beginning for me. I remember I was like, whoa, she's kind of young, and why are we doing that? Why are they allowing this? And then the videos came out with the underage girls a little later.
Okay, the videos. All right. That was around 2002. Dave Chappelle had a whole scene on R. Kelly with the videos, and excuse me, hold on. Allegedly, R. Kelly with the videos,
right? Because we don't know if that was him
showing him, urinating on the girl and doing some other things. And do you know what happened around that time?
What do you mean? Go ahead.
They searched R. Kelly house and found some child pornography at one of his
Right.
homes, man.
Right. And was he charged for that?
He was indicted. He was indicted for all these cases, but you know what happened?
He beat him.
He beat him.
Or settled.
Beat him or settle, or they got mistrial or acquittal. So in 2008, he was cleared on all those charges that happened in the past. 2008, he was cleared.
All right. So can we say that was him on the tape? Legally, we cannot say that because he beat the case, right?
Well, Brandon.
But this is a good point.
I don't know who was on that tape. Now the jury said they didn't know, so I go stick with the jury on this particular one. All right, I'll go stick with the jury on this particular one.
But isn't it weird that you have a tape that's of somebody that looks like you in your possession, but it's not you, and we find out it's not you?
That's very curious, ain't it? That's very curious. I can tell you that. That is curious. I have a tape that looks like your house, looks like your bed sheets from Walmart, looks like all the stuff in there. But can you prove, with Dave Chappelle, sometimes that camera got an angle, you know what I mean? So, you don't know who on that.
I said it was his brother or something.
You don't know who on there, but they did find that child pornography at one of his houses. But that was an illegal search, so they had all that stuff thrown out. So one can say this man may have a past history dealing with young girls. Right. One can say that. But you know what happened after his 2008 trial?
What happened?
Based on my research, I think R. Kelly stopped dealing with the young girls, the illegal girls.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm not gonna say that completely, but I think he kind of got smart. He was like, I'm gonna do it a different way. Because he still had go ahead.
You know what that different way was?
What?
He increased that age up to 18. 18, 19. So I can't say we done in the past because all that stuff was acquittal around between 2008 2017. Based on stuff I read, the women age increased to the legal age. Why do you think he done that, Brandon?
Was some of them older. I'm not sure.
What, 22, 21?
I know people around him, like he probably felt bad because everybody knew, so he tried to change how he felt or how he moved and stuff like that. But do I think he never touched the underage girl again? I'm not sure. I can't say that for sure, but I think he did definitely change how he operated and change his circle up a little bit to do things a lot different. And then he had a sex cult type thing going on.
So what's a sex cult?
He had girls. He would see somebody. He would try to get him to move into a house. Have sex with him, do whatever he wanted to do, and they would have to stay at the house. And they would love him and worship him because he's R. Kelly. And follow
that sounds like a boyfriend. That's like a boyfriend girlfriend to me, Brad. So what?
Almost. If it was just one person, it would be that. But when you have
like Al Bundy, his wife, his family.
If you have one woman, yeah. But if you have 20 women living in a house together and they're all doing the same thing, it can start to turn into some kind of sex cult kind of thing.
So you like saying
their leader,
like the Playboy Mansion? He said I had two girls. So why didn't he get on him like that?
I don't know. When it comes to R. Kelly, it's kind of weird because people love R. Kelly and they would do anything for him. And that's why a lot of them, went to him and they put up with all this stuff. Even his wife put up with a lot of stuff just because they're infatuated with who R. Kelly is. Like he's a superstar and he's like a god to some people, and that's why they treat him that way. You shouldn't worship men as a god or as they're higher than you, because R. Kelly ain't nobody. He just sang just like us. He made good music. You shouldn't put people on a pedestal like that, especially if something's wrong with them and they've had traumatic experiences as a child and they haven't gotten over them.
So, now, I don't, I ain't the smartest man in the world, but this word may be in the dictionary. What is a groupie? What is a groupie, Brandon?
A groupie is a fan or somebody that's infatuated with somebody, and they're willing to do, they're willing to throw their morals out the window just because who you are, and if you ask them to do something, they'll do it just because.
Couldn't those the people he was entertaining, could they be groupies?
They could be, but it starts to get a little tricky when people are trying to leave, and some of the victims were saying they were trying to leave, but they couldn't leave, even though they were staying there, and sometimes maybe they wanted to be there. So it's it's all that stuff is blurred. That's why when somebody's doing something to you, you can't have it where it contradicts what's going on sometimes. Like you say, oh, I need help. This man is abusing me, but you're living with him and he's feeding you. And when we come and check on you, you're telling people, oh, I'm good. I'm okay. Y'all can go. So
now what Brandon is referring to around 2017, some parents, I don't even want to use parents, but I'm going to say it. Around 2017, parents got concerned about their grown daughters being around R. Kelly. They claim R. Kelly was keeping these grown women at their will. Now, based on my research, all of these women was over 18 years old. They said, R. Kelly, let's see our girls. They call us. They was doing this, but a lot of these, I don't want to say nothing, but if you have an expiring artist, if you want to hit the scene and you're 18 years old,
right,
and a man who has a known history of successful records say, I would take you under my wing. Like I hate to say, a lot of people in power take advantage of people who want something from them. And it works vice versa. Because hold on, I can put this thing house face to face now. And it works vice versa, Brandon. Like a groupie, she want to be around, so maybe she gets some of the benefits, she gets some of the fame, she gets some bragging rights. And the artist, he want her or she to be around because he could get easy access to wherever she got going on.
Right.
So it's
a lot of give and take.
It's a lot of give and take. But here's the thing about today's society. Since women is always right, the Me Too movement, if a woman becomes sour, your ass gonna have to fight.
What you mean, fight in court? You have to fight for your freedom?
You gonna have to fight for your name, your integrity. And now, for some reason, if you are the successful black man, you got to fight for your life work, man. You got to fight for your life work.
But like you say, when you're a black man, you have to do that. I don't necessarily see white people going through the same kind of thing, because this is not just a crime that black people do. It's a crime that just men do in general, But it's not the same outcry. Like we know what Elvis was doing. We know what's another. I mean, it's Woody Allen. It's a bunch of other people, but nobody is going after them with the same vigor they are going after R. Kelly. And like I said, I'm not defending R. Kelly. I want everything to be fair across the board, no matter what somebody's doing. Go ahead.
Now, let's speak on the media now. So in 2017, them parents started complaining about R. Kelly got their girls trapped in the closet. Got them trapped in the closet. So a network called Lifetime. You ever heard Lifetime before?
Yeah.
They did a documentary on surviving R. Kelly, and it aired January 2019. And from that documentary, I guess they portrayed every R. Kelly in an all negative light. Everything he done was negative. This guy is an animal. He's a beast. See, people, they'll do that for entertainment. That's how you sell. Negativity and drama sells. So they put that thing out in January 2019. In 2019, R. Kelly became the 8th overall searches in Google.
Uh-huh.
So the whole world was looking up R. Kelly. Now,
No,
Brandon.
time out.
All
So
right.
if you're R. Kelly when this comes out, what do? I'm leaving the country. I'm gone.
no, you better not. No, you better not. For what? If you didn't do nothing wrong.
No, you did. You know you did something wrong, and you know they're coming for you.
Brandon, if you better stand behind the United States. I said all those charges was acquitted.
Okay,
they
but
was
does
dropped.
does that matter if you're a black man in America? You don't even have to have charges, or you don't even have to be guilty. You don't even have to have anything. If they coming for you, they coming for you. It don't matter. You don't need no evidence. You just need hearsay. If you got hearsay in the public, that's all you need.
Hey man,
if documentary on Lifetime.
If my computer won't gonna be acting crazy, I'll pull that interview with Gayle King and R. Kelly.
I'm fighting for my life.
You know what? He was. Now watch this now, Brandon. January 2019, documentary came out on him. One of the highest documentaries Lifetime had in decades. They came out on him. And
did you watch it?
I watched the first scene. I said, I ain't watching this shit. And then, now, Brandon, tell me this. What month come out for January?
February.
In February, you had 1, 2, 3, multiple. Hold on. In February 2019, law enforcement and prosecutors across several jurisdictions brought criminal indictments to this man. So the documentary came out in January. February, you had multiple states,
right,
filing charges.
They had no choice. They had a choice, but they had so much pressure on them. They're like, y'all are just gonna let R. Kelly do all this stuff and get away with it. So that's when they started filing charges and getting paperwork started and finding people and building a case. That's why if I was R. Kelly, as soon as that documentary, I'm gone. Where did Russell Simmons go? Istanbul or somewhere? Nepal, I would have been
gone. Brandon. Now, okay, all right, you'll be gone, but let's look at the bigger picture. Okay, that documentary, how long you think it took to create that documentary?
Maybe 6 months, start to finish.
I think they started a little over a year. How time the one thing I can't figure out, time to air the documentary, the whole, hold on. Time to air the documentary, how the whole law enforcement go have all this evidence.
Because they've been had it.
Did they been had it, or did they use hearsay from this damn documentary to get it?
They use hearsay
because that documentary is not necessarily the truth.
Right. It's people's account of how they saw things and what they went through.
For profit.
Right. But listen, he would have got away with it this time too if he was selling records and he was asset to the record companies, but he's not. I mean, he's making money. He was making money for them, but he wasn't as big the first time around. Your status and how much you're worth can get you out of certain situations. And like you say, he might have changed his MO and it was overage girls, legal girls, and still having them at a house and doing all kind of stuff. I'm not saying it was illegal or legal or holding people against their will or whatever. I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on. I know people love some of these superstars and are infatuated and they want to have sex with them. Like, you're not just gonna run into R. Kelly and it's like not gonna be a sexual thing without you wanting it. You know what I'm saying? Like if a woman saw R. Kelly and she didn't want to sleep with him, I don't think R. Kelly is gonna try to sleep with you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna happen. But if you kind of interested in R. Kelly and you're taken in by his superstar status, he's gonna be like, oh, okay, well, I can get you, I can manipulate you, I can run game on you, and have you living in my house and doing whatever I say.
Now they said R. Kelly. Since you speaking on this, they say R. Kelly was a mastermind,
Yeah,
racketeering. He was a predator.
that's what they say.
He had a criminal organization. Now
Mhm.
tell me this: in 2019, if a nigga can't read or write, how the hell he organizing trips and flying this and flying that? How he now? I don't get
That's
that.
my part, and that's my part because there's people around him doing all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, R. Kelly is just one man. He can't set up all this and record songs and go on tours, you know, and have sex all day with all these women. You know what I'm
And can't
saying?
read or write.
Can't read or write, right? I'm saying. So it's a lot of people that are close to him, and in the music industry that are giving him girls, sending them people, you know, doing all this stuff. Where are these people? His manager is one. You know, his brother was helping him out, like, and I don't think they're getting any time at all. That's like if
Now,
somebody did a murder. If I did a murder and you were with me, they're gonna charge you too. Same thing need to apply here.
now I'm about to voice my opinion.
Uh,
All this other stuff was my opinion. This is stuff what I read. I'm just about to voice my opinion. Now, before the trial, when they was doing pre-trial, they did something very, I call it unfair to R. Kelly. The prosecutor requests to have all his settlements, drop lawsuits, acquittals, and mistrial used in this case now.
Yeah, you can't do stuff like that.
Where they did it. They asked and it was granted. So all this shit he done with Aaliyah, with the allegedly the videos, with this and that, all the stuff in the past that he was found not criminally liable for it, came back up in this case.
Right.
And this case had nothing to do with underage women.
Right. And that's unfair. But that's the kind of justice system we're in. And it's just not fair for certain people, especially when they want you. I don't know what happened with R. Kelly, but it got to a point where I don't know if that a documentary about stuff we already know and some witness testimony shouldn't push us over the edge to convict him like this. It had to be something else. Like we already knew most of the stuff had already happened, and he beat it the first time.
Now, this stuff wasn't the stuff that was in this trial. The heart of it was new stuff. When they aired that documentary, phone lines went off the hook. Anybody who went in contact with R. Kelly, they was calling in because you know now it's about to be a money grab. Anybody who was in contact with R. Kelly, they was calling in and say, "Hey, back in 2001, I was at a concert. R. Kelly paid me $200 to take my clothes off behind stage."
Right.
Now, if that happened in 2001, it is 2019. You wait 18 years.
Right. And that happens, and that's how people do sometimes. And I don't agree with stuff like that. Like, if I know everybody's different, but this is how I feel. Like, if something happens to you, you need to tell somebody when it happens. You can't wait 18 years or 10 years. Like, you have the right to do that and speak up when you want to, but people are gonna look at you a little funny when you do stuff like that, especially when it looks like you're riding a wave of things that happen. It's like, oh, this documentary came out. Well, let me tell you how I feel and what happened to me. You know what I'm saying?
Look at Bill Cosby. He just settled. He settled out of court a few weeks ago, ain't it? But watch
what's
this.
Going on with Bill now? Yeah, I saw something with Bill.
He settled out of court for $500,000. But watch this. That the person, the alleged victim, did not know what year she was at the Playboy Mansions. It was out within 3 years. Right. And also she used a fake ID to get up in there.
Yeah, I saw that. So
like, Bill Cosby, you know, I hate people don't shoot the messages, man. But you got certain blocks you got to get to the big boss, you know. She came up there with that fake ID. Who checked the ID? The person who checked the ID was wrong because she should not never be allowed to go up in there.
Right.
But we don't say that. Can't say that.
But did Bill Cosby know that she had a fake ID? Like, I
No,
mean,
how
what?
would we know?
But that's what I'm saying. So why is that even up for discussion? You know what I mean?
Well, he should have checked the ID himself. He's in the Playboy Mansion with all these women around. He need to card everybody, get a background check on everybody,
Why would you do that?
fingerprints.
So okay, all right. So you young Bill Cosby. You gonna be checking ID? You like, you think everybody in here is of age because apparently they should be checking ID at the door because they checking ID, but somebody has a fake ID. That seems
Brandon,
like I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you.
I'm gonna let you know. While I was in college, when I threw them
Mm,
house parties, I
mm.
checked everybody ID who came through the door and
But
fingerprint.
but what what percent of black men in the college that you went to
Brandon, do
do you
you
think are
believe
doing
that
that?
story?
What story? No, no, not that part. I believe you check ID. Yeah,
No,
I
I
don't
didn't check
believe
no
all the
fucking
other.
ID. You come on
But I'm
in.
saying I believe you would do something like that. Yes, but I'm just saying nobody's doing that. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. But if it's one person doing that or checking ID, I would say it was Lewis. That's how I feel. If you was
Nah,
having,
if it was
but
me,
you know how dangerous that is though, and that's
if it
how.
was me, I got my damn door kicked in college. If I should have been checking the ID, my door wouldn't got kicked in. So I should have been checking them damn IDs.
But that's what I'm saying. So if you didn't check ID and somebody was underage, you know how serious that is. If something went down, that can alter somebody's life easily.
Well, they was checking IDs and she had a fake one and then passed.
Right. So do you think she's a victim? Like how do you feel about that? Like if somebody's misrepresenting themselves with fake federal issue license, like where does the blame? You can't just blame Bill all the way now. You know what I'm saying? It's just a sticky situation. I'm gonna just say that like you
And
like
you know what?
let me switch it. Say I was 9 years old and I had a fake ID and I went to the play girl mansion or something like that. Like it was a bunch of women and they violated me, but they thought I was older. How
And then
how
they
would
go,
you think?
and then they
Right,
go
but
say, this 9-year-old don't look like they 18. Then they go say
but
that to you, ain't it?
yeah, right. But then what if something still happened with somebody because they were drinking or having fun or not really caring? Does
It
the
sound
blame lie on me a little bit too?
it's some and on your parents too, because you're underage.
Yeah, there you go, parents too. And I think that's something people try to forget about the parents, the victim. Sometimes the decisions the victim makes can ultimately play a part in what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Now imagine this, Brandon. I just thought about this. I
Go.
never been to the Playboy Mansions. Have you been there
No,
before?
I
I have a feeling it's in a high class neighborhood or by itself.
yeah,
I
good
have a
point.
feeling
Yeah,
it's probably a gate around it, right?
right. Multiple gates.
So, what was the young lady who was 16? She had to get transportation,
Mhm.
all the stuff just to
Clearance.
even go up there. She had to
Yeah.
get the fake ID, all the stuff. So she had a plan to get up inside that building.
I don't even think it was that. Somebody sent her in there. I think that's what it is. You can't just go into the Playboy Mansion and be like, "Hey, somebody saw me. I'm here now." You know what I'm saying? Like that's a not like a golf club or something like that, like a country club. It's like that's a tight community. Like you can't just walk in there out of the blue. Like you have to be plugged in. You have to know somebody that knows somebody.
Well, hold on. Now you're
You have
talking somebody sent her. So what? She's sex trafficking now?
no, but somebody that's I guess not. What do I want to say? Like somebody that's somebody that's wealthy or somebody that's plugged in, maybe saw her and invited her to the Playboy Mansion. That's what I mean. She didn't just stumble in there. So somebody, not her parents sent. Her parents didn't send her, but she got the invitation through somebody that was sitting there.
And probably got her the fake ID to go on with it,
Yeah,
ain't
got
it?
her the fake ID. Probably so. Yeah, yeah.
and with the address. Hey, take the caps, take the yellow caps up here.
Right, right. So just thinking about that, that's they're not gonna do any investigating or anything like that. But
you don't need in America. You don't need to investigate against a black man because he's damn guilty. And time he walked the guilt, time he come out the pussy when he's born guilty. Time he come out guilty, automatic.
in some people's eyes, yes, for sure.
In some people's eyes, everybody's eyes, Brandon. Watch this. Everybody, including you and me.
In some instances, yes.
Because society teaches us that
It does.
white is good, black is brown. No, white is good, black is bad, and in between is okay.
Okay. Right.
So you got different aspects. Like I was looking up some research, like how the judge sentenced white people versus black people.
Mm-hmm.
White people always get the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Oh, he was just young. Oh, he came from a single parents household. Oh, he was bullied in school. That's why he shot up the school.
Right.
Now, when they describe a black person, he's a cold, hard criminal.
Right.
What Hillary Clinton said.
Predator, thugs.
No, not predator. She put the Dragon Ball Z. He's a super predator.
What is that?
That's he's a black man saying time. He's a super saiyan. So he's a super predator. You see, went to the Dragon Ball Z. That's super. Next thing you know, the black man gonna be a predator max. You know what I'm talking about? They're gonna be putting that words on it.
Right.
So it's just how.
Go ahead. Well, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
And that is embedded with anybody who grew up in America. You embed it from that, and they got signs that kids know the difference between white is good and black is brown, even at the age of 3.
Right. With dolls. Have you seen the experiments they do with dolls when they ask the kids?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it don't have to be with dogs. Watch this.
I mean dolls. I said dolls.
Dolls. DOLL. You can have 3. You can have 3 black people stand out in front of the building, same building. Mm-hmm. 3 white people stand out the same same building. If 3 black people stand out, that building the price will be lower. They say it's shaky, it's bad. But 3 white people stand out front of the same building, it'll be a whole lot better.
Right. And even me, like if I go to a gas station, like say I go to a gas station at night and I'm getting some gas. If I see a bunch of white people standing in front of the gas station, I'm not worried at all. But if I see a bunch of black people standing in front of the gas station,
I said these niggas trying to jump. These guys been trying to jump me or something.
I gotta have my guard up. I might go to a different gas station just to be safe. But that's just how what world we live in, and that's how things are. I don't know how to explain it, but y'all know what we're talking about.
Man, that's society, Brandon. That's all it is. That's the society we live in.
But is that a real thing? Like, should I have more hesitancy when I see a group of black people there than white people?
Yes. Yeah, I said it. Yes.
But why is that? Because I can easily get jumped. Go ahead.
Watch this. White people kill white people. Brown people white people kill white people. Brown people kill brown people, and black people kill black people. So if you was a white man coming in there, can't touch him.
Right.
Hands off.
That's a real thing. That's a real thing. But you know what? If you go to California, it's a lot of different gangs and stuff like that. I'm not saying white people don't have to deal with that stuff, but if me and you go to California, we gotta move a certain way. We gotta be careful which areas we in and stuff like that. I'm not saying white people don't have to deal with that, but black people see black people and they start assessing and processing how they need to deal with it. They see white people, they be like, they cool. They're not on the radar like that.
Well, bro,
I don't have to worry about them.
Brent, I'll say this. Now, you talking about California, you could go to places in South Carolina. You got to go to Charleston You got to be careful when you go in Charleston.
That's
They
true,
still be clicked up everywhere you go.
That's true.
They still be clicked
But
up.
is that a real thing, or like you said? I know you say yes, but why is it? But outside of black people kill black people, white people kill white people. Is there any way to change that? Like
If we change that, America won't be America like it is today.
how so?
Because America was started by let's just get it right. Kill all the people who's over here. Let's
Uh-huh.
take these black people from Africa, work them to death to enrich
Right,
us.
right.
So, and it's still set up that way today. So you have to view black people with they are less superior. They don't
Mhm,
deserve nothing because they lazy.
mhm.
They violent. They don't know how to talk well. Uh, they just disgusting. So you have to
Right,
view black people like that. And sadly to say, a lot of black people view themselves like that. You
yeah.
know, I get the biggest critics. The biggest critics to me would be other black people. Try to sell something right now, and see who will buy for you. Black people will
Right.
boycott you just like the white people boycott you.
Or talk junk about it and try to downplay, but let another like McDonald's or Walmart do something, they'll still come back, regardless of the service. That's just how it is.
It's just that's just the way it goes. We think our stuff is inferior to everybody else. Like I got one of the best financial books or the best entertainment books on the market, but ain't nobody gonna never read it.
Well, not right now. We're not gonna put that out in the universe. As we grow, people will
Oh yeah.
get more in tune. You should show the book right now if it's beside you. But I was gonna ask you, did your stance on the abortion and the Roe v. Wade change? Because I saw Dr. Claude Anderson speaking a little bit about it on Dr. Boyce Watkins' channel. I said I was gonna go back and listen, but he was just saying how black people shouldn't be engaged in that conversation because it's more about white people trying to preserve their race and boost their numbers and stuff like that, and they don't care about black people, and that's not an issue we should be fighting for as much as other issues like reparations, and stuff like that. So, has your opinion changed? Because I think we were saying it's not good for the government to have that much control over somebody's body, but I think we were kind of out of it a little bit. We were kind of neutral because of course, you don't want to have an abortion, but if you have to have one, I guess you should be able to have one.
My opinion ain't never changed, Brandon. Me having two testicles, I don't have the right to tell a woman what she could do with her body.
Right.
And I could say the same statement, just like Dave Chappelle. If a woman has the right to control she has a baby or not, I
Uh,
can at least control can I abandon the baby or not.
but you can't. You can't do it. They're not gonna let you do it.
so so I can't Woven Ray, that's above my pace. That's above my testicles, man. I don't have a vagina to talk about it.
I hear you. Did you see that story about the black guy bringing McDonald's to the baby mama?
The
I think
fake,
they were saying it was
it was
fake.
a
It,
skit. It was
it looked a little fake. Yeah, I'm like, this is kind of fake. But how do you feel about something like that? Like, you know, would you bring food for all the kids if that was you in that situation?
Brandon. If that was me in this situation, man, I'll go talk crazy now.
Go ahead.
I have to go to Little Caesars, get a $5 and 55 cents. All the
Right,
kids eat. Then I want to be good
right.
quality
Well,
food.
that's what I'm saying. It didn't make any sense. Why would you go to Burger King or McDonald's every day and get a meal like that when you know it's other kids? It's better ways to do that. Like you say, get a pizza or just buy some groceries that had a baby mama cook it at the house. But
Who the fuck wants some damn groceries? Who the fuck want an apple, Brandon, or the tossed salad?
and some rice, still, you better eat it.
No, this is America. We don't want no damn tossed salad or no no grilled chicken. Who the fuck you think this is?
You
Grilled
want
chicken?
Little Caesar. You want Little Caesars
Give me,
and McDonald's.
give me the quarter pounder, baby. The damn meat, the meat don't even bleed. The meat don't even bleed, man. Give me that. I want that meat. You know what I'm talking about?
Lord, that's right.
Watch it when they cook it. If you can see the meat don't even bleed, man. So what you really eating? And they made the advertiser with McDonald's 100% beef now. God damn, what was it before?
You already know. You already know. There's some funny business going on with that. But you know, they like to put that, and then they want to put, you know, no hormones added now, or 100% no hormones and stuff like that. So
let's get back to the kids. Let's stay on the kids.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll bring a whole pizza to those kids. And you kind of knew it was kind of fake when she knocked that drink out the hand.
I don't even remember that part. I kind of thought it was fake because she was like, you know, I don't get stabs to the 7. Like, why would you be recording that and saying all she was saying? You know what I'm saying? This was kind of weird. But I don't. When did she knock the soda out of his hand?
Wait, hold on.
Maybe.
People record themselves doing stupid stuff every day now.
That's
and towards the end, she knocked she picked up the soda and threw it on the ground. Boy, I said, boy, that had to be. Here's a word of advice: women and guys, never take something out of the guy's hand. Just throw that shit, especially a drink. Throw that shit on the ground. You about to get your ass whooped. Because you took the respect. One thing is about guys, what you don't want to break the respect. Because once you break it, you may see another part of goes out.
Yeah, and you can kind of black out for a second, and that's all it takes, a second. You know, something like that. You throw a soda down, throw it in somebody's face, like you'll black out real quick.
I can handle throwing in the face. All right, give me that drink. Bah, you know, but she took that drink, the bad paper that drink, threw that bitch on the ground. I don't want this. Let's throw the drink in my face. I can understand that. Don't throw it on the ground.
But then, because she was like, well, if you ain't got no food for all my kids, none of them gonna eat. Like, you really gonna put a video out like that? I'm gonna show everybody. Everybody think you're such a good dad. I'm gonna show everybody how bad of a daddy you are. And I was like, I don't know. It was a little fake.
It was only a skit. Then she put out another video, double down on her position.
Double down and on, yeah, which is fine. But people do a lot of things for attention. So,
well,
it worked.
I'll go let people know something in real life. Don't get mad what I'm about to say. Mm-hmm. If your eyes spaced out very far apart on your face, the person brain ain't all the way there.
Right. So what do you think that means? Like, I know what that means, like, as far as development and stuff like that, but you know, I don't know if you can necessarily say that.
Her eyes are spaced out now.
That is true.
Oh, watch this, Brady. Here's another thing I noticed. What? If a black male has pretty eyes and eyelashes, he's bisexual, man. Or he's gay. He's gay.
Okay.
And watch this. If you don't believe me, watch a gay guy zoom in on if his eyes pretty or got eyelashes. You see, that's why sometimes I think you could be born gay. Cause why a guy got pretty eyes? Oh, he got eyes like a cat.
I don't know whether I'm gonna stay away from that because I don't know whether you can be born gay or not. I guess you could, you know, but would that have to do with God, you think, or your environment when you say born gay?
Now you go get in the topic of theories, nurture versus nature. Mm-hmm. I do believe you could be born gay. Okay. And I do believe you could be nurtured to be gay. Yeah, so I believe in both. So I believe you can be born gay, or you could be pushed to go in that direction.
This is my thing. Like, we don't have a problem with that at all. Like, you can like whatever you like. Just like you can be born to like broccoli, or you can be born to like steak. Like, it's just a choice. It's a choice you're making on earth. I don't think anything is wrong with that. I have different beliefs though. That's all. Like, I like something else.
You know, one thing I don't like now.
What?
Is they trying to get too fancy with these damn words.
What words?
Pansexual. What's a pansexual, Brandon?
Like, oh, you like everything. I don't even know what everything could stand for. Like, I
So
guess
that
you
means
like
you
men, women,
bisexual.
trans, yeah, bi included, which doesn't even make any sense. But
if you do it's a lot of sexuals out here, but it's only 2 genders out here. So who?
right,
You only have
well,
2 options to choose.
but Lewis, it's not just 2 genders now. Things are different. It's probably about at least 10.
Brandon, you got a male dog and a female dog. How many?
There's trans dogs. You never seen a trans dog before?
Nah, I never seen a trans dog before. All right.
We're joking, but seriously, when you look at things like that, it kind of brings you back to reality. But yeah, I personally just think it's 2 genders, but other people think it's more genders, and that's fine. We can agree to disagree.
And what cisgender is?
I don't know, but me and you, we're cis men.
Don't you put no the words on me. Don't you put none of those. Nah, don't put those 1990 words on me. I want words from the 1800s.
But it doesn't sound masculine, does it? Like, I think women, like, if you're a straight woman, you're a cis woman. Like, that just sound weird. Why you can't just be a woman? I don't know. We're ignorant when it comes to this kind of stuff, but these are some of the terms.
I ain't ignorant. No, you try to. I'm not ignorant.
You're ignorant to some of this lingo, the new lingo and terminology.
I'm about to look it up. Hold on. Okay, cis. I'm telling you, man, one thing what Yahoo started to do that I don't like, they want to take over my browser, man. Like every few days, I like doing Google searches, but Yahoo be changing my shit back to Yahoo.
I was about to say, I haven't even used Yahoo in I don't know how long. I do got to go at 9:30.
Oh, okay. Well, I ain't looking it up. But now, Brandon, don't put those 1990 terms on me. Cisgender, 1990 terms. Don't put that on me.
So, Louis, what are your pronouns? You need to put your pronouns in your bio. What when you say?
Watch, I bet you 40% of Americans don't even know what a pronoun is. Pronoun, what? You're a professional now? That's what you talk about? What's a pronoun? So, Brandon, what is a pronoun? I don't know. I'm the 40%. What's a pronoun?
What do you mean? How they use them nowadays, or what it initially?
What's a pronoun is?
He, she, they, them. Those are pronouns.
Is Mr. a pronoun?
Mr.'s not a pronoun, is it? I don't think so.
I never heard of Mr. being a female. I heard Miss and Mrs.
Yeah, okay.
I think Mr. is a pronoun, ain't it?
I can't remember. I don't know. I guess I don't even think about it because I don't see that as what people list as their pronouns now, because that's a big thing that people like to do, to let you know where they stand, I guess. Brandon, is that important? Is that important?
Not to me.
But why is it important to other people?
I couldn't tell you about other people. Like, I guess words have power. Mm-hmm. And I guess those people want those words with power to be addressed to them in a certain type of way.
But I think you should only use them if we have questions or we don't know. Like, most of the time, if I see it, it's like I saw it on a commercial the other day. It was for a man, and I knew he was a man, but he still had he on there.
You said you saw a commercial for a man, you knew he was a man, and he still had he on there. So what you trying to say, Brandon?
Did they have to put that in parentheses? They had his name, and then they had he.
Was he dressed like a woman?
No, he was a man. It was a man. Like I think that's a thing everybody's doing now. Not when I say everybody, I mean the mass population. Like maybe 70%. Like we're not gonna say 70, but 60% of people are starting to do that now. Like they're leading with their pronouns in
Like what?
support of he, she, or she, him, or them, or they. Like because you can be a lot of these different things. These pronouns. Like you can be a they.
They who?
That's just like I can be a they. I'm just seeing it. I'm just
How
seeing
you gonna be a they and you?
I'm not sure. I haven't done the research yet, but I'm just telling you what people are doing with their pronouns.
Brandon, who are you hanging around in Austin, Texas, or something? Are you in San Francisco, California?
I am not. I live in this world. I see a lot of different things on YouTube.
YouTube ain't real. People, we ain't real on here. I'm a make-believe person. I'm not even real.
Right. But the things you are saying are real. And people like to get behind different things that people say. So if somebody started something with pronouns and it sounds good and it's kind of popular and people hype it up, people are going to run with it.
And here lies the problem. While you worry about pronouns, while you worry about what color the drawers a man got on, while you worry about people going down there and getting abortion, the people in control are taking all the resources and getting your mind off topics.
Right.
Your mind should be on getting some resources, getting some power. So, because power is the only thing what can protect you in this world. If you don't have power, you'll fall to anybody.
Lewis, tweeting is power. If I can tweet about how I feel, that's power. I don't need resources.
You don't have no influence, Brandon.
I have my phone. But if I stir up enough trouble and I troll enough, I'll get a following. And we can bully people online and push whatever narrative we want. That's real power.
Brandon, all your followers are bots. They ain't real.
We brought down R. Kelly. He's going to do 30 years now.
No, you did not bring down R. Kelly. See, I could do the video. You brought down those black women. Who gives a hell about black women? Because they didn't care about black women since since America been here. Why they care about black women? Wow. So it's another issue they pushing. They want R. Kelly because that's a $1 billion man. He has his talents and his work is worth over $1 billion, and they could get rid of his ass. Then they could get him, bankrupt him to sell the stuff. Then they could take his stuff. That's what the prosecution said.
But why don't you think people can see that? Why can't people see that other thing? They're so focused. Like the media will lead you this way, and you can't even see what's going on over here. And that's what happened. Like R. Kelly been abusing black women for years, and went to trial and beat it. They didn't care. They didn't care about the victims. They told the victims, "Oh, there's nothing we can do." But as he got older,
now something different.
Right. So what do you think happened? They just started caring now because the documentary came. But that's what I was saying earlier. Like that documentary, like we seen R. Kelly. I've seen the R. Kelly documentary. We all know what happened. It was just something about how that one was pushed, and it was the right time, and got everybody stirred up.
See, I didn't Friday. Those little clips I did. It took me a long time, but and I didn't break down. It's actually a small link from Lifetime station to R. Kelly. I could form a bridge. I could form a bridge to R. Kelly at Sony Records or RCA. I can form a bridge.
I'm pretty sure you can.
And if the prosecutor know R. Kelly could sell some of his rights and royalties to pay these restitutions, they already know what they trying to do.
and talk about, let me say this. If R. Kelly had a bunch of white women tied up in his house,
nigga be dead. He'll be dead. He'll be dead. He'll be dead. And watch this. What do serial killers do? If you go hold a person hostage, they be in the basement locked up for years.
Yeah.
But they talking about R. Kelly was racketeering, sex trafficking,
doing all that.
Women went on the plane by themselves to fly out to see him. so
Right.
they couldn't get away going to the airport.
Like I say, some days they might have wanted to leave, but some days they might have wanted to stay. Like, and even afterwards, like one of the victims, she was in a hotel that R. Kelly was paying for, and he was running out of money, so she was gonna have to end up moving out of that hotel. And there was another girl, they were fighting back, going back and forth and stuff like that. Like all these women felt like they were in a relationship with R. Kelly, even though he was abusing them or being sexual with them and doing all kind of stuff. That's what he was into.
What you do in a sexual relationship? What do you do, Brandon?
You have sex. Sometimes it can be abusive. And if somebody's being abusive to you, you need to let somebody know. You need to call the authorities.
So a large amount of the fathers who was abusive to their kids and wife, giving them 30 years for telling the kids, don't come in this room. Don't walk through the hallway. Turn the TV down. Don't you touch that damn air conditioner. Don't you touch the air conditioner. I'm being abusive. He told me not to touch the air conditioner. But get the fuck out of his damn house then if you don't want to follow the rules. If you don't want to follow the rules of somebody, get the fuck out the damn house. And if you're 18, if you're over 18 and you have a family, you know where your family at, you could have got the fuck out the damn house. This man, did he even kill somebody? Did he kill somebody, Brandon?
No, he didn't kill
so all the shit he doing, he didn't he didn't kill nobody yet.
Not that we know of. No, R. Kelly did not kill anybody.
And bitches, some of the women was in Subway chilling. So you in Subway in the public. Won't you just scream out, help me, this black man. That's all you got to say.
Right. Because, like I say, they liked some parts of it and they disliked other parts. But they got to be next to a superstar. And they felt like maybe their career was going to do X, Y, and Z.
Give R. Kelly 5 to 15 years.
I agree. I'd say give him 15 years just because if I look at everything he did, even the stuff he was acquitted for, like that's some nasty stuff. Like he's definitely a predator. He was abused. And sometimes when you're abused, you end up doing the same thing to other people just because you're hurt and messed up in your head from the trauma you've gone through.
Like I said at the beginning of this program, a judge look at a black person and a white person different. A white person gets sympathy. Oh, they had a bad childhood. The household was messed up. Black person, cold hard criminal. This man got fucked by grown women.
Right.
As a kid.
His brother or somebody, or a male too. A male violated him too.
And they just overlooked that. And he tried to change. Don't quote me. He tried to change. He popped that age up to 18.
He cleaned it up a little bit. And like I say, we're not defending R. Kelly. We're just looking at we try to look at the facts and what the testimony that's been presented in court. Like I said, I wasn't under. I guess I didn't know that the victims now were at least 18. And I know when I saw the documentary, they had a lot of older women on there too saying what he did. But people are trying to use the old case and the old case that was thrown out, the old evidence that was thrown out, or
that's what they done.
In the new case. So
and they did it.
To look at and think about.
And they did a documentary to put down in the public. Once you put information out like that in public, you perform a lynch mob. A lynch mob will have justice while even looking at the law. That's why Bill Cosby was arrested the first time.
Mm-hmm.
They says put him up in jail, and they failed to look at the law, and that's why he got out. A lynch mob is not the law, and they used to string up black people doing the same method. And I'm tired of black people joining the lynch mob because they used to do that to us to kill us.
Mm-hmm. And it's just in a different way,
Yeah.
Same shit, different day.
Brandon, I know you got to go at 9:30. What was those videos we did last week? I didn't see them uploaded.
Oh, no, I'm about to work on them today.
Oh, okay.
I'm technically off today, but I do need to go at 9:30. But I am going to work on them and try to get them up. But I think this live did go pretty good. Did you want to, something happened in the sports world. Oh, yeah, what you think about KD and Kevin, I'm not KD. Oh, yeah, KD and Kyrie.
Divas.
What do you think? Yeah, I don't look at KD the same anymore. Like It's just he's a good basketball player. He's just not a leader. Same with Kyrie. Like you can't just be a diva like that and just so highly of yourself. And both of them are not healthy anymore. Like they be injured and doing their own thing. And nothing wrong with smoking weed. Kevin Durant smoking a lot of weed and chilling. And like I said, that's fine. That's what you do. But you just don't have that quality that Kobe had or Jordan had. Like even though Jordan did his vices and was gambling and doing all that stuff, when it's game time, Jordan was there.
Just like R. Kelly, our past actions predicts our future performance.
That's true.
Curry had problems in Cleveland, Boston, and he won't get out. I won't be careful about signing him. Kevin Durant had problems. Kevin Durant had problems in Oklahoma City, had problems in Golden State, and had problems in Brooklyn. Now, I will sign Kevin Durant because he's a hell of a ball player and he'll play basketball.
Right.
But I don't Kyrie Irving.
Lead the team.
He won't lead your team. But LeBron, if LeBron could get him, or LeBron could get Kyrie Irving, and Kyrie Irving just plays, shit. Your Anthony Davis. Well, I shot more. I had more basketball practice in the last 3 months than Anthony Davis. If Anthony Davis could get real, I hate to say this, other brother. I don't know what kind of motivation you need. He may need to somehow lose some of his money, or get.
Nah. After I saw that video you showed me when he was in Kentucky, he ain't gonna be able to do it. Look, how you gonna be scared of somebody on the court? You done seen a video of them like that? Like who like Anthony Towns? Like I ain't scared of Anthony Davis. Like after I saw that video, I ain't scared of him on the basketball court.
Well, shit, I wasn't scared of him before. This ain't no damn Shaquille O'Neal ain't playing in these games.
That's true too.
People will be afraid of Shaquille O'Neal way more than afraid of Michael Jordan. Because Shaquille O'Neal was going to punish you.
Right.
Michael Jordan is going to shoot.
Right.
Shaquille O'Neal going to punish you.
Right. I was playing NBA 2K22 last night. Anthony Davis was amazing. I was like, if Anthony Davis can play like this on a video game, I mean, in real life, he'll be unstoppable. He might be MVP, but in real life, he shoot jumpers. Yeah, like he can't go to the hole, and he can dribble pretty decent. Like he can drive, but he just ain't got that in him anymore.
He was a point guard in high school.
Yeah, he was a point guard. He can dribble, but I don't know. He don't want it no more like that.
He got that chip money. He got all them diamonds on in the club and shit. Man,
right. That's what I say. The only thing about basketball like that, like that'd be secondary, which is fine. Like I say, basketball is secondary to their life. They want to enjoy their money, live it up, do things, go places.
And all the great players, it be first. LeBron James, the Greek Freak, Kevin Durant, Stephon Curry.
But just imagine if LeBron showed up out of shape like James Harden one year. That'll never happen. It wouldn't even seem real.
He too big to show up out of shape. He'll end up like Zion.
and you see they signed Zion for like 6 years or something like that.
The dumbest shit in the world. This man played 80 games in 4 years.
Maybe. I don't even think he played that many games.
And here's the thing. See, I'm old school. I know the game. Right. He gonna get in shape 2 months before he signed the deal. You should have got in shape for 4 fucking years, and you gonna try to play us. You know what I'm saying? I want to sign that deal. what they
And
used
it's
to call it,
a
phony baloney.
big
You're inside that
so,
bit. It
so
ain't me.
what kind of player do you think Zion gonna be for the Pelicans?
What kind of
Is he gonna
player?
be that number one option? Is he
Nah,
gonna
he gonna be warm. He gonna keep that seat warm on the bench. That seat gonna be warm on the bench all the time. No dust. Hey, no dust gonna hit that damn chair because it'll be a body sitting in it.
Lord,
And the
that's
man
funny.
and the man could score. I don't know he could play or not, but he could score.
He used to be really athletic. I'm not sure if he still is. I mean, I guess he still is because he's still kind of young, but he got heavy. Like that weight will change your athleticism. Like you need that split second to be jump faster or leap higher. If it is altered a little bit, it changes who you are as a player. And he can't shoot. What else he gonna do?
That's why I say I don't know he could play or not. Obviously in high school he could play, but now I just say he grab a rebound and lay it back up in the basket faster. You gotta get more than that.
Right. That's more to basketball than that.
The second game he played in, he shot some threes in the game, maybe 4 threes, and we ain't seen that since.
Right. And that was luck. Because he can't shoot. And I don't know whether he's working on that or not. But I guess the Pelicans saw enough where they need to sign him to that big contract.
I can tell you this. If they could say, if God could say you won't get hurt, this man dropped 50 points a game.
He could. Were you talking about hurt previous or now?
No, he said if God said you can do anything on the court, I won't let you get hurt. He'll drop 50 points a game or more every single game.
So you think him thinking about being hurt again is stunning his game a little bit?
I don't know where his mindset at. So I don't know. I do know where his mindset at. He's lazy.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Wait, hold on.
Compared to some basketball, like he's just not hungry. Like that's just the new age, new generation kids coming up in the draft and stuff like that. Remember we was talking about the guy challenged LeBron James. It was saying like you got to get LeBron James, or he hasn't earned LeBron James respect or something. Whatever he was saying. I'm just saying they're just different. They don't grow up the same way. They don't have the same respect for the older people. I'm not saying we were the same way, but we were doing this, it's just a different generation. Pants tighter, skin thinner.
Like I said, at 22 years old, the man who challenged LeBron James scored 17 points in college. At 22 years old, LeBron James was scoring 27 points in the NBA. And that was during the season they allowed hand checking.
Right. So there you go.
I don't know. Kids today, children today, they don't have no respect. They will rob from an older person. They will steal an older person. If you're Asian, even our black people, I don't like this. If you're Asian, I seen black people attacking old Asian. Why are you attacking somebody who ain't never done nothing to you? Mm-hmm. And then you give them another reason to hate black people. So they see your ignorant self and your parents ain't shit because they raised you like this. And then they're going to take that out on everybody.
I agree. And that's part of the problem. So we got to do better as people, as black people.
Like Kevin Samuel said, image. Bill Cosby said, image. Everybody else says image. You got to watch out the image you put out there. And I said some hot names because people would get pissed off. I deliberately use those names.
Do you think people miss Kevin Samuels?
Not anymore. Not anymore because he's gone now. Yeah. He's gone. So but he's gone. So and I hate to say one monkey don't stop the show. So when I go on, ain't nobody gonna miss you. When anybody who goes, they have their little agreement, then that's it. Yeah. I occasionally do listen to some of his old stuff, about image, about self-improvement. Mm-hmm. I try
There's a lot of good gems in what he was saying. People don't care about the gems unless you have other stuff with it. You have to have entertainment. You have to have shock value.
Well, you got to keep the American public doped up. They dope fiends. So you can rob them. You can rob them while they being entertained.
Right.
Like this YouTube we on.
Right.
Like this episode, if a person watches this episode, they getting robbed a little bit. Because we didn't drop no, we just talked a little bit. We didn't give no knowledge out. We just conversation
really.
back and forth.
Not a lot this episode as far as helping you, but I think this kind of talk does help people, think of things outside of the box, because a lot of people just like to go with whatever narrative social media is pushing. Like if they think R. Kelly is this, they're just gonna go with that, and they're not gonna look at all the angles.
Mm-hmm.
And we try to break down we try to look at things at all angles and look at all the evidence and look at everything, even the stuff behind the scenes, so we can add up.
Yeah, we did have some knowledge why they pushing R. Kelly now, and they didn't get him when he was touching other girls.
Right.
But they getting him now.
And if he was doing it to white women, like if he would have been, it would have been over. I'm just gonna tell you.
Maybe he didn't like white women.
Maybe he knew he couldn't even. Like somebody had to be feeding him girls and helping him do that. Like I said, he couldn't read or write. He ain't got time to be looking and searching for girls. Like he could do it, but a lot of people were helping him.
I think in his beginning stages, when he was at them high schools, ain't nobody was helping the dean.
But he still had an entourage.
But look, what's Stephen A. Smith? Just shout out to Kwame Brown. What was Stephen A. Smith doing at them high schools? Huh? The same thing. You try to get the young kids. You try to get the young kids early. So don't point the finger at one man with the other man doing the same thing.
How do you feel about that? Because that is kind of funny. Like, Stephen A. Smith going to high schools talking about Kwame Brown. Don't be like Kwame Brown.
Hey, all the big schools, where they at? They ain't those coaches, those scouts. They ain't high schools looking.
Yeah.
So was R. Kelly doing the same thing, looking for talent, which he found Sparkle, which we name a song that we like? Was he doing the same thing? He tried to get that talent. He tried to get that diamond, that roughed up diamond, so he could get it and polish it out. Now, I just said this is not necessarily what I believe in, but I just gave you another way to look at it.
Right. I hear you.
Stevie A. Smith at that. What you doing in the high school?
How do you feel about Stephen A. Smith, like, as far as his legacy? I guess, being over the top, being like kind of like a wrestler, or, like just taking that angle at sports made him who he is. But it's just, I don't know. I don't watch First Take no more. I'm kind of over Stephen A. Smith, even though I think he's great at what he does.
Stephen A. Smith need to buy a red nose so he could complete his outfit of being a clown. All right.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
When he said, I wake up every single morning to figure out how much I can make my boss and I could get me some of it. Man, you sounded like a slave. I wake up every morning. I could pick this cotton. And if I get 100 pounds of cotton, he gonna give me some butter biscuits.
But he sees nothing wrong with that. And a lot of people don't see anything wrong with that. I think Stephen A. Smith is big enough where he can do his own thing, and start building his own network. But you don't see a lot of big people. Like, I don't think Steve Harvey built his own network. And I guess he could, but sometimes people lean on some of these industries. But when
Stephen Harvey, he got his online show.
He does. I'm not sure if he did or not.
They come on Facebook. He got his online show.
Okay. Well, I'm glad he does, and I think Stephen A. Smith should do the same thing, because you are the moneymaker. You know what I'm saying? You're being pushed by a big corporation, but you don't necessarily need them anymore. People who listen to Stephen A. Smith will listen to Stephen A. Smith wherever he go.
2 weeks ago, I asked Brandon will he start his franchise business over again. He said no, because of working hard. So how you gonna get Stephen A. Jackson making this easy $15 million a year to put everything on the line to start a company? And he get
if I was a millionaire or had money like Stephen A. Smith, of course I would. I would keep it going. I would keep doing it. I would actually make my own restaurant too. But
so how you gonna fault Stephen A. for not starting his own network?
because he can. He has the resources. I don't necessarily have the resources to do what I'm doing, but we're pulling and scraping and grinding to do it. Like I say, Stephen A. Smith has been at his home every night. I haven't been at my home in almost 2 months. That's not the
I
easiest
know
thing in the world.
all your garden is dead too. I know that.
Last time I went home and checked on it, I picked some stuff. My mom stopped by the house. I've got it on, automatic irrigation. Like
Oh, okay. You got a drip system or
yeah, I got a
soaker?
drip system. Yeah, so it's fine. And I mean, not everything is gonna last, but some stuff still growing or whatnot. I just can't access it or see it.
Well, last time you flushed your commodes in your house?
Last time I went home, it's probably about almost 3 weeks ago. I'm planning to go back soon.
All right.
Somehow
every time you go there, flush your commode because you don't want the water to get too low.
Okay. That's a fun fact. Why is that real quick before we go?
If the water, water evaporates and in your toilet or your sink or your commode or your bathtub, you got a trap. And if the water evaporates from that trap, sewer gas could come up and come through your house.
Oh, okay.
So that water trap keep the sewer gas out, but it takes a long time.
Well, see, we dropping gems. That's something I didn't even
know. Sometimes you go to a house, ain't nobody lived there in 6 months. It be stank up in there because the water evaporate, and now you got the sewer line to smell coming up in there.
Right, I got you.
So, all right, Brandon.
But did you wanna record again later today, or record again before Sunday rolls back around again?
Because we need to record. We don't need to do 2 in 2 days. We need to wait a little bit. Maybe do it sometime later on this week.
Okay.
Because we can let life events happen, and we have something more to talk about.
Right. Okay, and we'll see. I'm gonna check how does live look and sound and stuff like that, and we might just do this. I mean, it's not the hardest thing, being live. Now that we kind of pretty good at it.
Well, I gotta be my computer. See, I have. Let me show you.